doing all that shit. But yeah, go ahead and play it, bro. But I definitely think Charleston White was in the right here.
Right.
Sitting here. I want to ask you a serious question. I want to stand up. I'm like George Foreman when he was fighting in his old age when he went to the corner. He didn't sit down.
Who's George Foreman?
You don't know who George Foreman is?
No, sir.
I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to teach you about blacks and you're going to teach me about Jewish.
Okay.
We're going to have with it.
So wait. When
they watched it as a group of guys.
That's fair enough. So when you sent Batman Kevo your dick pic, what did he say?
Oh, he sent me back and said that's gay ASL. And I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Gay. I'm sorry. You're gay. No, he's not. No,
this is real quick. Pause right here. Pause it. So this is where it started right here because look, Adin and Charleston White, they having their own little personal conversation, and the nigga on the left, I think his name is Prime, right? He thought it was a good idea to chime in, and then this is when they end up going back and forth at it.
Exactly. And yeah, before I hit play, yeah, you made a great point because, like I said, if you're going to do the content with, I obviously Adin already, because Adin had a plan for this already, but obviously Prime didn't understand who Charleston White was and what it is that they were actually trying to accomplish with this stream. Right. Because if you're going to do this stream, he should not have asserted himself if he was not ready to continue trolling with Charleston White. It's like, if you say something, he's going to troll you.
Right.
If you say something opposite of what he's saying, he's going to troll you. So if you're not prepared to do that without getting emotional and go back and forth with them without getting emotional, then you probably just shouldn't even respond. So like you said, that's a good point. Like he actually antagonized this, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I've never seen a dick. Have you?
I've seen my dick.
Well, exactly. I've seen my dick. So
as long as you don't see another man's dick, that makes you gay.
I understand that part. But the man said he sent him his dick corrosing with oils.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah.
No, look at the camera. Look at that.
He's already said it. He just said it.
It's two men talking. Do you watch porn with dicks in it?
Yes, sir. I watch it.
Putting it out. I got porn on my phone. Man, you lying like a motherfucker. You lying like
he's lying.
He's lying.
No problem.
I'm not like that. We don't even want to talk, nigga. Every man in the world, we're not saying yesterday. Have you ever in your life? Come on, my nigga. Just say it's yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no.
In your life.
Yes or no. Yes or no. Come on, homie. Let's be real. Nigga don't want to be real. Nigga, come on. Nigga, be real. Every nigga in the world that watch a porn with a dick in it.
Facts.
Every man in the world.
Okay, so so just to give you all the basics, because I'm gonna skip through to the point where they get into the altercation. But so you guys get the basis of what's going on. Charleston White made a statement, a wild statement or whatever. And he was talking about the Batman Kevo situation where he sent Batman Kevo a picture of Charleston White sent Batman Kevo a picture of him playing with himself. Batman Kevo responded talking about how he felt like that was sus as hell. So Prime then said, okay, well, you're obviously sus if you feel like you're gonna, you're sending pictures of yourself playing with yourself to other men. So this is where the argument is basically ensuing from, and this is what's going on. So they end up getting to things end up getting a little bit heated toward the mid conversation.
Dick, but I'm gay. Nigga, what you talking about my dick for? What you talking about my dick for? Nigga, you gay, nigga.
Wait,
fuck is you talking
you
about?
sent me your dick before.
Come on, man. Bro. See, I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't even notice that part. Yeah, see.
He was talking all that shit to Charleston, but he sent a dick pic to his friend, though.
Look
That's
how Prime
crazy.
Prime looking like, dude, you really
like, why you do that? Yeah.
Adin's a fool. Adin's like, bro, come on, bro.
Hey, gang, 30. Nigga, I ain't playing with you, nigga. Nigga, I ain't playing with you.
Mad now.
You gay.
Hold on. He mad now. I didn't even realize this is what really set it off. Adin set it off. Look how Adin. I keep pausing it at the perfect points. Look how Adin is looking. He's looking like I did it. Right. I set it off. Look at his face. He's like, because after I didn't even notice that before. After Adin made the statement that he did what he did, that he sent the picture, he got upset. He said, "Don't play with me like that."
Yep.
And that's why Charleston said, "What do you mean? Like I didn't even for one like I said, if you're not ready to troll with them, don't even go there." But Charleston White is like, "Nigga, this is content. If we're gonna troll each other, okay, let's do that. But if you're gonna take it personal, come on, man."
Yeah,
look at Adin. Look at his face.
yeah. He looked like he instigated that shit.
I'm gonna have to clip the shit out of this. Look at this dude's face. Come on, man.
Nigga, no, you gay, nigga. This nigga, hold up, y'all. Listen. This man is trying to get a logical question. He come in, nigga, what you talking about my dick for, my nigga? What you talking about? He get an explanation.
Why do it matter?
Why you talking about my dick, nigga? Why you talking about my dick? It's too many.
You right.
We having a dick conversation. We're not. We talking about my dick.
Yeah, but why you talking about
asking me a question? He interviewing me.
You a man about your dick. I'm another man. You're gonna interview another man about your dick.
Why you so into my dick?
Why is
this nigga so into my dick? Why is this nigga so into my dick? He won't even let Adin see this interview.
About your dick, right?
What's the interview about? My dick, right?
I asked about the clip.
Why he even inserted himself in the conversation?
He didn't bring it up. I think he getting jealous of me and Adin's friendship. I think this nigga might be getting jealous. Because he was just asking a basic question. And he came over here with all this hoorah and goorah. We were having a normal conversation.
The clip you sent me, I was asking about.
Come on, my nigga. Let the man do his job. Let the man get the content.
Let's
let the man get the content, nigga.
See, he's saying, Charleston White is saying, like, let the man get his content. Like, you're basically, he's trying to, those of y'all who ain't paying attention, Charleston White is trying to on camera without stopping the camera and still doing all that. He's trying to signal to Prime, like, if we're going to do this, keep it content. Don't get personal, because this is what we're here for.
Right.
Obviously, you guys are trying to bait me into because there's other things. Like I said, I know you got some stuff on this too, so we'll elaborate a little bit more. But this
is exactly what I was gonna cover. Just so we good on this one.
So there's other things involving the situation. Those of y'all who don't know, who didn't watch the stream, or who didn't watch the Charleston White's response on Say Cheese, where he said that he felt like it was an experiment, meaning that everything that he said that Adin Ross had planned for him for the stream. One, he said that there was business that was to be conducted as far as payments and everything like that he never got paid, and that Adin was basically dragging him along throughout the days. It was supposed to be a 3-day stream. It started off as 1 day, it turned into a 3-day stream. And he said that throughout that, Charleston White said that throughout that situation, that Adin Ross is basically pushing a whole transgender gay agenda on him, where he felt like everything that the stream involved, everything that was involved with the stream had something to do with gay or transgender, even down to the restaurant that they went to, which was called Dick's, which those of y'all who've seen the clip where he was cussing out the waitress, because that's what they do there. That's that restaurant. That's, I guess,
I want to go there, by the way.
Yeah. So things like that. So he said that, Adin Ross was asking him like, oh, how's that dick, or how's that dick taste, or whatever, things like that. Like, so they were basically sex playing him the whole entire time. He felt like he was like, I think they were doing that to try to get him. He said even his manager was messaging him, telling him like just to go off, like, just to do as much irate shit as you could possibly do.
Right.
Basically. So it's about to get a little bit spicy right here in a second.
You the one came in and said, hey, y'all. Listen, this man was asking me a question. This man was, nigga, you gay, nigga. You into my dick, though. But you into my dick, though, gay ass nigga. Nigga, you watch how much you want to. You gay, nigga. Gay ass nigga. Faggot. You a faggot, nigga. Faggot ass punk, nigga, yeah. Bitch ass nigga, you came and jumped in, nigga. You ain't gonna do that, nigga. What you gonna do then?
Look at Adin. Adin scary ass.
Got out of there. Adin got out of there super quick.
After he done instigated it low key, and then he wanted to bounce up and get out of there. That's
Adin got up out of there immediately.
Nigga, you ain't gonna do that, nigga. What you gonna do then, nigga? What you gonna do then, nigga? What you gonna do?
Now, before I let it play a little bit more, I will say this. The content was all the way up until, in my opinion, and I feel Prime on this, up until Charleston White stood up.
Yeah, okay, sure, for sure.
I feel like they were both going back and forth for a minute.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like Prime was taking it personal, which I don't think that he should have did. But I think that Charleston White upped the ante when he stood up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because later on, it's too long of a video. I'm not going to play the ending, but later on, Charleston White does say like, oh, well, he stood up on me and this and that. But you can hear Prime in the background talking to security, telling him like y'all let him stand up on me. Y'all didn't do nothing or whatever.
Right.
Like once he stand over me, and I get that. Like nobody wants to. Like hold on, let's play this back. Nobody wants to be in this position. Any real nigga, especially knows. Like you don't ever let no nigga do that.
Nigga, you came and jumped in. Nigga, you ain't.
When a nigga do that,
yeah.
That's when it's not, you know what I'm saying? And I think Prime acted accordingly in that instance. Like, nah, don't stand up on me. Because now you already, and people know what Charleston White is known for. So it's like, don't stand up on me. We know what you're known for. We probably got weapons and all types of shit. So I'm gonna stand up too, and this is where it's gonna get serious.
What you gonna do then, nigga? What you gonna do then, nigga? What you gonna do? You gonna get your knife? I don't get no knife. I know what to do. And then I'm gonna throw the punch, nigga. Then I'm gonna, what you gonna do, bitch ass? He got mace, he wanna get close. And I'm gonna spray it too, nigga. Keep talking, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have hit Charleston with a smooth 2-piece right there, right here where they at right now.
Yeah. He definitely in arm's reach.
Hit him with a right hook, and it's over with. He wouldn't have been able to get that pepper spray.
But depending on Charleston White reflexes, though, he could have hit him with that mace too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I would have been over there like, man, y'all better tell him to get this mace. Whoop!
So I will say that
it would have been over with.
Charleston was wrong for standing up first, but the nigga jumped in him and Adin conversation, bro, trying to stir the shit pot, trying to go viral. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely feel like he definitely shouldn't have inserted him. And Charleston White made that point too, that he was like, we're having a conversation and you inserted yourself into this conversation. He was making a joke about it, like, we're having a conversation about me sending me playing with myself to another man, and you inserted yourself to this conversation. Why are you so worried about it?
Right. And I agree with that.
And there was other people around that Charleston White said that there was other security around that was like they weren't with that. They whenever you try to sex play them or something, they was like, denying it. But he was like, it obviously there's something funny with certain people. Like basically he was making a point that you got to be mindful and watchful of certain people when they're too comfortable with this type of thing, or when they're too defensive or too adamant about certain things or whatever, because he's like, why is it that you inserted yourself anyway? Like you said, that's what really initiated this. And then I think Charleston White antagonized it by standing up over him, and that's when it got like, okay, now you're threatening people's safety. Because I think had Charleston White not have stood up, I don't think that it would have gotten this far,
But I mean, I'm gonna give Charleston White a pass though. I feel like, nigga, he was getting hot, like, bro, like, shut up now, bro, like you jumped into my conversation, we going back and forth, nigga, shut up so I can continue my conversation. I don't think that was like a conscious stand up. I think he just did it out of like frustration, like, nigga, shut the fuck up and let me finish what I'm doing here with Adin.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you. That makes sense. Yeah,
that was like instinctual stand up.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, to your in defense of your point, Charleston White said, like, dude, I'm twice your age, like, at least give me the respect to just, like, if, like you said, me and Adin are doing business, me and you aren't doing business. So if me and him are having a conversation, why are you inserting yourself into the conversation? You're trying to get camera time. And so he also made the point that it's like, dude, he said that before this clip, he said that throughout the entire visit, Prime was constantly antagonizing him, like basically making quotes or making statements to Adin saying, hey man, like I can get him started, I can get him riled up. Like this was all a part of what Charleston White claims to be a part of Prime's plan to get him to act like this. So you know what I mean? It's definitely crazy. So let me play this I'll play this last 1 minute of this just to see, because it's a long drawn out this argument, but we'll just play it last.
I'm gonna spray it like you gonna do something, nigga. You ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing.
I know how to handle the situation.
What the fuck, bro? Come on, homie, you just came and jumped in or something. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing, nigga.
It's just not that serious, bro. None of this shit is serious, bro.
Nigga, I ain't threatening you, nigga.
I'm just saying, none of this shit is.
He said again, so obviously he did this before.
Me? What did I do? I jumped out of this shit.
Come on, homie.
He got Mason. He got bare Mason.
You come jump into something you ain't got no business in, nigga. Say, homie,
No, you for sure jumped out of that shit, Adin. So, man, I don't know, man. It got pretty wild, man. So I don't know. He thinks Charleston White thinks that it was an experiment. I think this goes back to a statement that I made before about Charleston White, about like who is the real Charleston White, and that he's a troll. We all know that he says some irate things and some things that he shouldn't say, some disrespectful things. Some of the things that he says, I do agree, overshadow the good things that he does. But I do believe that he is trying to just maintain a spot in this entertainment business, and that if you understand who he is, you can get some good content. Because I've seen some good interviews, not even just like the big platforms like the Chakeech and things like that, but I've seen good interviews with Charleston White where he's actually putting himself on other people's platforms who otherwise wouldn't have any type of motion if he wasn't on there. And he's doing that out of, whether it be, of course he's getting his money, but he can get his money a lot of different ways, as we see. So I think that him doing this is just showing that, like he claimed in his interview, his Chakeech interview, like, hey, I'm just trying to, I can be professional, I can do what's professional, but when you have other people who don't respect that professionalism, then things can go another way.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more. That's facts.
So I don't know, man. Shouts out to Charleston White. Like I said, people were gonna grill me for even shouting Charleston White out, but hey, man, I mean, like I said, I don't got no hate in my heart for for nobody, man. And
I would have liked to see Charleston get that kick deal though. That would have, because I would have liked to see what he would have done with it. You know what I mean? And like who he would have brought on and like what direction he would have took it in. But I think I mean, look, I respect Adin, bro, but I really think that he trolled Charleston White. I don't think he had no intention on helping Charleston with a kick deal. I think that he played him for content, because supposedly when Charleston White was and Adin was doing their thing, bro, the numbers was crazy, bro. They was getting like that duo, which I'm actually upset that it ended, because I was kind of fascinated in them. Like they did have like a unique kind of like a unique sense of like camaraderie going on, so I'm mad that didn't work. But I think Adin, he paid him for the interview and he finessed the nigga for, it sounds crazy, but I think he finessed the nigga for clicks, man. I don't think he had no intention on helping him with which, like he said, what was the word that he used? He felt like it was an experiment. Yeah, I think I agree. That's definitely what it was, bro. Definitely what it was.
And then like I said, to your point, I feel like definitely it was like, as far as it being an experiment and everything, like I agree. Like I said, I totally agree. When I shout Charleston White out, I'm not saying that I agree with everything that he does or says. What I'm saying is, in this instance, that what he explained that he felt like was happening, I feel like watching this footage, I agree with what he was saying. I think that he was definitely justified in how he reacted and everything like that. So, but
then again, though, when he first all right, when that little incident happened with the little back and forth, his response to it, bro, he did the typical Charleston White, man. He went in on the Jews, he went in on the white folks. This nigga crazy, bro. Charleston White.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what they put him on there for. You know what I mean? That's what, like, at the end of the day, that's what they put him on there for. Like he said in his interview with Chakeech, he said that he was in contact with his manager, like, hey, like, Adin just wants you on the stream one more day. Like, we just need you, like, they were trying to get him on the stream with Island Boys and stuff. And he was like, it was certain things that he was that he was telling them, like, I don't want to do. And even down to the those of y'all who, when you go and look at this clip again, this is on Adin Ross's live stream page. When you go and look at the full stream, the full all the way up until the end, Charleston White, and this is why I fuck with Charleston White, because he shook Adin Ross's hand and he leaned in and said, and because he was still mic'd up. He leaned in, he said, you still owe me that 2,000 for that picture.
Yeah.
And he said, and he backed up and he said, you said that. And when he goes into the Say Cheese interview, he explains that like Adin Ross offered him $2,000 to take a picture with some guys that were a little zesty. And he was like, why are you guys trying to get me? Why it's like you guys are trying to push this narrative to force me. And he was texting Adin Ross saying, like, why are you guys trying to make Unc look bad? You guys trying to make me look like I'm like you're trying to get me to go off on one of these homosexuals.
Exactly.
For content to make me look bad. He's like, I got to go talk to kids after this. I got to go do different speeches and talks with people after this. Why is it that you guys are trying to push this narrative? So he offered him Adin Ross offered him $2,000. So
which by the point of the interview, he had it paid, by the way. Nigga, you a millionaire, nigga. You got 100 M streaming deal. Pay the nigga the 2 racks that you offered him, by the way.
Charleston White also said that while he was there, Charleston White said before he can finish smoking 2 blunts, Adin Ross had won $100K at the table.
Wow. And I think the nigga Prime, that nigga, they just got him there just for looks too. Because remember what Charleston said? He said that these niggas is gambling millions and then Prime crying about losing $1,000.
Exactly.
Shit, crazy.
It's crazy, man. So I don't know, man. Like I said, hopefully Charleston White cleans up his act and he's not so offensive to people as far as like, I think he's funny. In my opinion, I think he's funny enough just to be funny without being a complete troll. As far as like go ahead and be a troll, but as far as like when it comes to disrespecting certain people's dead family members and people like that, like I think he's better. I feel like he's better than that. I feel like he can do better than that. I feel like
agreed.
It's unnecessary, especially at this point. Like you're big enough now. You can exclude that type of content from your material and still be successful. So I think that hopefully he I'm pretty. I doubt he'll probably see this, but hopefully somebody that he does watch actually sees it and has the same opinion, and he actually takes heed to that and actually just cleans up his act. And like I said, just continues to be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? You're funny enough without dissing people's dead family members and children and mothers and things like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think they definitely need to. Charleston White could be such a positive force in this culture that we have here, but every time he do something right, he fucks it up with how what I'm saying.
That's perfect.
I think most people would argue that Charleston White, he was not in the wrong there, right? And then once after that all ended, and then you go and you start saying racial slurs and and being anti-Semitic and shit, is but it still don't. I mean, you could. Even though he did that, it still don't make the fact that he was in the right in that moment any different. So, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's a fact.